There's a number sitting inside your 401k right now that your statement will never show you. And by the time most people find it, it's already cost them $47,000. Take Marcus. Tuesday night, laptop open at the kitchen counter, logged into his 401k for the first time in maybe 2 years. He's 41. He's contributed every single paycheck since he was 26. On paper, he did everything right. And then he opens the fee disclosure page nobody reads, and his stomach drops. $47,000. Gone. Not stolen, not crashed, just quietly leaked out, one small percentage at a time, for 15 years while he wasn't looking. My name is Nick, and I've spent way too much time reading the fine print on retirement accounts that most people never open. Quick disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. This is just what happens when you actually read the documents your HR department hopes you'll skip. Here's the plan. First, the exact mistake that's draining accounts like Marcus's right now. Then, the 2 places to check in your own account tonight. Then, the math on how a small percentage becomes 47 grand. Then, why some people never get touched by this at all. And finally, the 5-minute fix. Let's get into it. So here's the mistake. It's not one thing, it's actually 2 things stacked on top of each other, and almost nobody catches either one. The first is leaving free money on the table by not hitting your full employer match. The second, the sneakier one, is paying way more in fees than you need to without ever seeing a bill for it. Let's start with the match, because this one is the closest thing to a crime that's technically legal. Most companies that offer a 401k will match a percentage of what you put in. Say your company matches 100% of the first 4% you contribute. If you're only putting in 2%, your company is required to hand you free money, and instead, you're telling them to keep it. That's like your job randomly slipping an extra $100 bill into your paycheck every month and you handing it right back and saying, "No thanks, I'm good." Now, here's the part that actually explains the $47,000. Fees. Every single fund inside your 401k charges something called an expense ratio, a small annual percentage taken directly out of your balance to pay for managing that fund. It never shows up as a withdrawal. It never shows up as a line item you'd notice. It just quietly shrinks the number before you ever see it. A low-cost index fund might charge around 0.05%. Some of the funds sitting inside default 401k menus, especially older target date funds or actively managed funds, charge 1% or more. That sounds tiny. It is not tiny. Let me lay out the math the way Marcus eventually did, at midnight, with a calculator and a rising sense of dread. Say you're contributing enough to build a $400,000 balance over 30 years in a low-fee fund charging 0.05%. Now, run that exact same contribution history through a fund charging 1%, which is genuinely common, sitting quietly in millions of accounts right now. That 1 percentage point difference doesn't cost you 1%. Over 30 years of compounding, it can eat somewhere between 1/4 and 1/3 of your entire final balance. For a lot of real accounts, that lands right around $47,000, sometimes more. And here's what makes it so brutal. You didn't do anything wrong. You contributed, you showed up. The fee just ate the difference between the account you built and the account you thought you built. Think about what a fee actually is inside a retirement account. It's not a flat cost like a subscription. It's a percentage taken every single year off your entire growing balance, including the growth from previous years. So the bigger your account gets, the bigger the actual dollar amount the fee takes. It's like a leak in a bucket that gets wider every time you pour more water in. Early on, you barely notice a drip. 20 years in, that drip is a steady stream, and it never stops on its own. Pause this for 10 seconds and think about the last time you actually looked at the expense ratio on your own 401k funds. Most people can tell you their contribution percentage down to the decimal. Almost nobody can tell you what their funds actually cost them. That gap right there is where the $47,000 lives. Now compare Marcus to Priya, who worked 2 cubicles down for the same 11 years. Same salary, same contribution percentage down to the decimal, same company match. On paper, an identical retirement story. Except 3 years in, Priya's cousin, who works in finance, told her to actually pull up her fund fact sheets, just to check. Took her 1 lunch break. She found her plan's default fund was charging 0.9%, switched everything into the plan's index option, charging 0.04%, and never thought about it again. Same contributions, same market, same 11 years. Priya's balance is on pace to end up tens of thousands of dollars ahead of Marcus's, and the only thing that separated them was 1 lunch break where she actually opened a document most people leave sealed for their entire career. Remember Marcus at his kitchen counter? Here's what he found when he dug in. He was contributing 6%. His company matched up to 5%, so he was actually capturing the match. That part he got right. But every dollar of it, contribution and match combined, had been sitting in the plan's default fund since day 1, a fund he never chose, charging 1.1% a year, when 3 other options in the exact same plan, doing basically the same job, charged under 0.1%. Nobody stole from Marcus. Nobody had to. The system is built so that the expensive option is the one you get automatically if you never touch a single setting. Now, I can already hear the objections some of you are typing. Nick, my HR portal shows my contribution rate is fine. It says I'm on track. Here's the problem with that. The little on-track projection tool your provider shows you almost always assumes your current fund's historical return, fees already baked in, continuing forever. It is not designed to flag that you're overpaying, because the company managing your money is very often the same company profiting from that expense ratio. Asking them to warn you about their own fee is like asking a casino to remind you the odds are against you. Technically possible, not going to happen on their initiative. And some of you are thinking, okay, but a fund is a fund. Isn't a target date fund supposed to be the safe, simple choice? Often, yes. The strategy behind them is genuinely fine for a lot of people. The problem was never the strategy. It's that target date funds are exactly the kind of fund that quietly carries a higher expense ratio than a plain index fund doing similar work, because there's an extra layer of management wrapped around it. You can absolutely keep a target date approach and just check what it costs you. Sometimes it's cheap, sometimes it's not. The only way to know is to actually look. Here's the honest catch, and I want to be straight with you about it. Not every plan lets you switch freely. Some employer 401k menus only offer 3 or 4 fund choices, and sometimes all of them are mediocre. If that's you, the fix isn't always just pick a cheaper fund. It's knowing which of your limited options is the least expensive. And for some people, it's contributing just enough to get the full match, then putting additional savings into an IRA instead, where you control every single option. I'm not going to pretend everyone's plan is fixable with one click. Some are genuinely stuck with a mediocre lineup, but almost everyone can at least stop the bleeding. So here's exactly what to check tonight, and this takes about 5 minutes. First, log into your 401k provider's website, not the app summary screen, the actual account. Second, find the section usually called Fund Fact Sheets or Fee Disclosures, sometimes buried under a tab called Investments or Documents. Every single fund you're invested in will list an expense ratio as a percentage. Write each one down. Third, compare them to the other funds available in your same plan. You are very often not choosing between your plan and some outside fund. You're choosing between options that were sitting right there in your own menu the entire time. Fourth, check your match. Look at your plan summary for the exact match formula and confirm your contribution percentage actually clears the full match threshold. If it doesn't, that's the very first thing to fix before touching anything else, because that's an immediate, guaranteed return no fund can promise you. Fifth, if you find a cheaper equivalent fund in your own plan, Most providers let you reallocate both your existing balance and future contributions in the same form in under 5 minutes, with no tax consequence and no penalty, because you're not withdrawing anything. You're just choosing a cheaper box for the same money to sit in. And here's the nuance that catches people even after they check the fees once. Some plans quietly changed their default fund a few years back, or added a cheaper share class of the same fund without telling anyone. Which means even if you checked this 2 years ago and it looked fine, it's worth checking again, because the menu itself can shift underneath you without a single notification. Treat this like a smoke detector battery. Once is not enough. Check it once a year. Marcus didn't get his $47,000 back overnight. He couldn't. That money and the growth it would have generated is gone. And that's the part that stings the most about a fee. It doesn't just cost you the money. It costs you everything that money would have compounded into over the next 20 years. But the moment he switched his existing balance and future contributions into the low-cost index options sitting right there in his own plan, the leak stopped. Same job, same paycheck, same contribution rate. The only thing that changed was which box got checked on a form that takes 4 minutes to fill out. And look, I know checking a fee disclosure sounds about as exciting as reading a phone book, but this is genuinely one of the only places in personal finance where 5 minutes of boring paperwork can be worth tens of thousands of dollars, guaranteed. No market timing, no risk, no luck involved. It is the closest thing to free money this entire system offers, and most people never even open the page where it's sitting. If you want a hand actually walking through this, comparing your own fund lineup, figuring out what to do if your plan's options are genuinely limited, that's a lot of what we work through inside the community I run. Links down in the description. No pressure. But even if you never join anything, do this one thing tonight. Open your account, find your fee, check your match. That's it. That's the whole video. So go check your number. Not the projection your provider shows you, the actual expense ratio sitting on your actual funds. Marcus wishes somebody had told him at 26. Priya's cousin told her at 28, and it made all the difference. Now, somebody just told you. I'm Nick. I'll see you in the next one.